Yo, what is up, everyone? Hope all is going well for you. Welcome back to Get Jacked. Now, today we're continuing off here, unofficial, and we've got a whole bunch of stuff to do. We're actually starting out in our new greenhouse. I think it's looking really nice. Two of my tribe mates, PayX and Get Wrecked, put this thing together, and it's really cool. It looks like we've got like a hydroponic weed operation going on up here or something, but I assure you, it's all legit. It's just some narcotics and stuff. No worries. So we've got all of our important berries and plants and stuff up here. Is he just chilling here? He's been building all day, you know. He's famished. He's hanging out in the corner for a bit. So we've got all that. Now, basically, I guess I didn't really explain what we're going to be doing today. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be farming resources the way that we do. So we're going to go out. We're going to farm polymer, pearls, I think flowers. Flowers is a really good one to show, and then also stone. Because a lot of people ask how we get our resources and stuff, and it's more complex than just, I don't know, showing you all at once. There's a lot of different things that you can use to gather things. These are just what we use. You know, there's all different techniques and stuff, but obviously these are what we have found to be the best for us, and you can always tailor them to your needs. So we're going to check that out. Before we go, oh shoot, I'm going to go grab water because that's going to be an issue down the line. Okay, lag, nice. But before we go and we check out polymer farming, I do want to show you one more thing that we've changed around the base. Let me grab water. I'm actually going to go drink some because I don't think what berries are going to do. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you guys before we actually head out and go get those things. And it's this. So we've got our Packy hanging out in here. Caitlyn Jenner's just chilling. And then we've got our Argentavis. So Argentavis is always following the Packy. So when I come over here, but this is obviously a problem. We have the bridge, and it's really nice to get over to the other base, but sometimes you need to be quick with a bird or something. So you bring your Argent over here, you leave it as is, boom, right back over to the Packy. And as you see, the other person, someone else actually flew over here with the other one. So this is the second RG that you can use on your return trip. So we've got our own little like RG elevator system. It's working out really good, actually. They haven't yet gotten lost, at least. So this one needed stone walls to block it, it looks like. I think maybe it was running into the golem or something. But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. Now we'll go out, we'll farm up some polymer. I'll show you the way we do it with the moss chops. We actually have to head over to Scorched Earth, which is actually kind of nice. We haven't been over there in a bit, so we might as well go out and get in the desert. Okay, here we go. So we're over in Scorched Earth now, and basically what you want to do is you take your moss chops. We have I believe it was a 140 tamed with above average melee. So this one's actually a really good moss chops, and you level it fully into organic polymer. So you can level moss chops. I need to get him because he's trying to run away from me. You can level them much like the Therizinosaurus. You can level them into leech blood, polymer, a whole bunch of different things, and it helps them, you know, gather in that kind of way. So basically what we need to do is we need to find these guys, Mantis, trying to think of the name for some reason, I forgot, and you kill them. I usually just take a wyvern because it's fast and you can go clear out the whole desert. You kill them, you wait till your moss chops stops running away. They will not fight. They won't do anything. If you get in a fight, they run away. They have the runaway mechanic of a baby. Like, you know, if you kill something near a baby, it runs away. Same thing with the moss chops. So it won't be attacked, and it won't attack. Come on. Shoot, I threw too many commands at it. If you command it too many times, or 2 times, it will walk like this extra slow speed, if you didn't know. Oh, no, I wasn't paying attention. Freaking vulture. Oh, that stinks. Okay, new Mantis. Alright, let's get this guy. So you send him on over. He was empty before he ate this Mantis, and now... check it out. What is that for us? 185 organic polymer from 1 Mantis. So Mantis spawn in the desert quite often. You find a pack of 3 of these, almost 600 polymer you're talking. So it is a really good way to do it. It might be annoying at first, but once you get the hang of it, it is much better. Alright, I figured I'd do an entire run, see how much we can get. I usually go actually until the wyvern is full of weight. I guess you could take a Quetzal and really get a lot of weight, but I couldn't imagine flying one of these slow Quetzals through the desert, so that's why I stray away from that. Usually one wyvern holds about, I don't know, 3,500 polymer, or at least the one that we've got here. So again, let's get him over here. See how he runs away? Come on, dude. It usually just takes a little bit of time for him to, like, stop being sad. And actually, sometimes when you send them at a mantis, he'll actually run the opposite direction as well. You could just wait. Like, he'll run away, but eventually he'll circle back around and come back for the mantis. I don't know. It's just some weird bug that they have. But anyway, I'll continue to gather this, actually transporting it back to our server, you know, because you have only so much weight in your character's inventory, and putting it into the obelisk is kind of a waste because you're putting just you just have to drag over so many, and that's to load every item in. It's just not worth it. So we're going to have to do a lot of transfers, but I'll show you how much polymer we end up with in probably, I don't know, probably should only take about 15, 20 minutes to get a full inventory. Okay, so been out here about 15, I think, yeah, about 15 minutes. Found a few good groups of 3 mantis, and I think what we've got here is about 1,600 polymer. When you transfer it back and forth from inventories, I don't know, the organic always messes up the count and stuff, so you actually have to count it yourself, otherwise it's goofy. So now we're going to get this back to our server, and there is actually a really good way to store this as well. Okay, so back on the island, we've got all of our snails set up here. So once I transfer back and I've got all my polymer, I just put it into the snails and then go make another trip or whatever until we've got enough to do what we're going to do. Now, I'll also show you what I'm going to use all this organic polymer for, because it's not turrets or anything. We're actually going to be building some really nice fab sniper, or not really nice, they're decent fab snipers, okay? I want you all yelling at me. Okay, so I made another trip just to fill everything up, and I'll show you what we make these into. So fab snipers, these ones are pretty decent. They have a really low cost, 850 polymer for a 211 damage fab sniper. So that's pretty decent for the cost to what you get out of it. Now, fill all these into here. I should be able to make a couple more of these, I hope. You know, 4,000 organic polymer only goes so far. I just need to keep adding metal. So that's what I use it for. Usually it's only for big weapon crafting and stuff that we do all that kind of stuff. We use normal polymer for fridges and things because, you know, it's not huge quantities, but you're not going to spend 4,000 normal polymer just to make fab snipers when you can easily go gather it with the moss chop. So we're now going to get into some stone farming. Mostly we only do that for gunpowder, but we need a lot. We need a lot of gunpowder. Okay, so we got the dough dick out, and I'll show you. It's so annoying to actually do it. Look at how close you have to get. The hitboxes on stone can be really bad sometimes. Alright, so our server's kind of lagging a little bit. We're getting some high ping right now, so sometimes it can be really hard to farm with the Anki, or not the Anki, the Dodic, because its hitbox is really bad. You run into the rocks, and it's just really a hassle. So what we're doing right now is he's just running along the shore. I'm loading all of his stone from his Anki into the one on the back of my Quetz, and that's way better than putting it into the Quetzal itself, because obviously Anki, or I keep trying to say Anki. I guess I haven't used Deode in a long time, so that's why. But I used to always use an Anki. You know, every metal run, you just kept all the stone, and because the platforms reduced the weight, it was okay to have stone on it. But now, Ankylos don't reduce stone, so it's really a waste to have it on your Anki. That's why we have to go back to the good old Dodicarus farming days. It used to be always Dodicarus, but I don't know. We didn't use it for the whole time we were on the ice island, really. So anyway, you throw all your stone into this little Deode, and you're pretty much all set. Once he's all filled and this Dodic is all filled, then I'll put it on the Quetzal platform, and we'll farm the rest of the weight up just by the normal technique of doing it like you would with an Anki. But the reason that I'm doing it this way is because it is so annoying to get that Dodic to hit some of the stones that we may as well fill it up like this while he can walk. When he's encumbered, we'll put it on the platform, if that makes sense. You might actually even want to get a mate boosted Dodic. Both of our really good ones are actually both male, so unfortunately this isn't a mate boost to increase the melee and thus the stone. Okay, so we're finishing up our trip. We filled up the back Dodic. He filled up the Dodic on land, and now we're just filling up the rest of the Quetzal weight. Doing this technique with our Quetzal, we'll get about 35k stone. No joke, 35k stone, and we'll bring that back, and it'll last in our Dodic for an eternity. It seems like it's actually almost more difficult to get flint than to do it like this. So see, this is what we've got so far, and that's just a start. Our Quetzal's only half filled, and we've got all of this on here. So nothing too crazy here, but I figured I'd show you. Now let's get into pearl farming, which I know I've shown in the past. Okay, so we've got the anglerfish out. I'm having an epic battle with this piranha, which actually when I was swimming next to the piranha, I just realized that they added quality to the piranha, which means that fishing these might actually be good, because you didn't want to fish for piranhas before because they didn't get any bigger. They were always the same size, but I just saw that that piranha was 0.8 size, which could be interesting. We might be able to actually fish for these. Now, we've got a bunch of pearls already. I've been swimming around the north area of the map getting all these. Now the anglerfish, this is the bare bones minimum anglerfish. This one's level 20 something. It's super weak. It was tamed at level 22 and it's still getting, you know, hundreds of silica pearls. It's really nice. I would recommend getting a higher level angler because then it has more stamina, it has more health, and it has more melee damage, because the melee damage does make it better at getting pearls. I would also recommend keeping your anglerfish close to the North Tundra area because the North Tundra has the most pearls out in the open. I would say that I can get more on the north coast of the ocean than I can on the entire bottom and east and west side put together. So definitely keep that in mind. I've actually gathered most of them from this area. That's what I've gotten just from this spot. This is actually the spot underneath our last place. It is what? I think it's like, I don't know, the pearls don't count right either. You know how it says the counter on the side? I don't think that's right. It doesn't seem right. I'm just going to regen stamina and swim under him. You must avoid all things on the angler, but other than that, it's definitely the best way to get pearls. Now let's get into flowers. Okay, so here we are in the swamp. Hope nobody sees me with this pink torch. Or sparkler, even worse, pink sparkler. So nice. But I'm actually making the most of this trip. I know we're out here for flowers, but I'm also grabbing as many tinto berries as I can. I brought the Quetzal, so I figured I might as well gather tintos. We're trying to stock up on health brews and stuff, so always a good thing. Let me empty out all the garbage that I've got, and then I'll show you the flower rates on this thing. So, get rid of wood. We need our tintos. And then I'll just drop all the other berries. Now, this is my delicate Therizino. We have one leveled fully into power, one leveled fully into delicate, obviously. Delicate one is the one that you're going to want to go with, and you just tickle the plants using the right-click attack, and look at the flowers. I just got 110. I'm stuck, and I got 110. Okay, oh, I was stuck in the frog, I think. Let me drop this wood. Okay, frog has been taken care of. And we'll just kind of walk through here. So I'm in the swamp. You have to come to the swamp to do this, obviously. It doesn't work with any kind of bush. You can either do it on the swamp plants that look kind of like, I don't know, they're like tangly plants, I guess. These ones up in this area. And then also you can do the tundra ones. The tundra bushes also give lots of flowers like this. And look at that. I'm getting, like, if you need plant species X, like, we obviously don't need plant species X anymore. Every time I come out here, I got like 600. I don't even know what to do with it. So we usually toss those. Wish you could do something with them. But flowers are definitely the way to go. We eat, pretty much my whole tribe eats only flowers most of the time. Because you come out here, look at, you gather like 7K flowers in less than half an hour. And you also get more fiber than you could ever need. So that's definitely the way to go. The swamp is where you come if you want to get berries, fiber, or flowers. I know that mushrooms are better, and you can get those from obviously cutting down the trees with the power harvester Therizino. But mushrooms are just annoying because you constantly have to drop the wood, and I don't know. I don't like farming them. Flowers, those are my way to go. So I'm gonna continue to gather more tintos actually for health brews. We've got enough flowers. I just wanted to show you this, and that's that. We've done a decent amount of farming today. Alright, so that's that. We got a lot of stuff today. Now we're just, you know, refining it all, cooking all of the wood. We actually went out and farmed a bunch of wood too, but I didn't show that one. I think I will include those into another one because there are a lot of other resources that I would like to show people how to do. Obviously, I wasn't going to show you metal because metal is easy. I mean, it's pretty easy. You put your Anki on a platform and you fly it around. That's pretty much how it's always been done, so I'm not going to show you metal or any of those. If there are resources that you're wondering how to get, definitely let me know, and I can put them all into one thing. I thought it was pretty fun, and it's really helpful for me to go out and gather resources, because that's what we spend most of our time doing, you know, behind the scenes and stuff. So if there isn't a video or something, it's usually because we're mad farming and doing these kind of things. So I'm going to make this into see here. If it anymore. Okay. Make it into this. We got all the flint. Obviously on metal trips, just keep all the flint, and you don't really need to farm it. If we're farming flint, it's usually with the mantis. I can show you that too. The mantis farming is really cool. I like that. So we've got Dodic filled with stone. He'll just sit here, and we'll use the stone as we go. And that's kind of how it goes. So that's where we're going to stop for today. If you like this video and you like these techniques, definitely hit a thumbs up and or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you do like this video, like I said, let me know, and I can always do more resources. It's my pleasure.